Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of It's Your Grade. In this video, we're going to revisit naming of ionic compounds involving transition metals, but instead of using Roman numerals, we're going to review the old system. And in the old system, instead of using Roman numerals to indicate a charge, there's a naming system that is used to indicate charge. So what you will see the ending ic or the ending us. And ic means that the charge is greater, so a greater charge. And us means a lesser charge. You will see these type of systems typically in much older literature. If you know any older scientists, they will definitely be familiar with the ic and the us. And this is used in combination with the Latin names of chemical symbols. So as an example, if you remember iron, iron in the its chemical symbol is Fe. So if we were to have iron plus 2 or iron plus 3, in the standard system, when you're using Roman numerals, you would see this written as iron 2 with the Roman numeral 2. Or for iron plus 3, this would be iron 3 with the Roman numeral. 3 indicates the charge. However, if we were looking at the old system, where we're incorporating ic or us, so we know that plus 2 refers to an us and it's a lesser charge. We want to use the root word fer, Ferr. And for iron with a plus 2 and the lesser charge, we get ferrous. And if it's a plus 3, so the greater charge, we get ferric. And this stems from the Latin name of iron is ferrum. So as another example, what about copper? Well, copper, the Latin name of copper is cuprum. And typical charges of copper that you will see is copper plus 1 and copper plus 2. So the lesser charge is the plus 1. So that means we're going to use the us. We'll get cuprous. If it was Roman numeral, you would use iron 1 or the plus 1 charge. But if it's the old system, you're going to use the root word of cuprum, which is just C-U-P-R, C-U-P-R, and then the O-U-S. So the us again is indicating a lesser charge. If we're looking at the plus 2, this is a greater charge. So we will have, and I just realized I botched this up. This is copper 1. Okay, copper 2. If we were using the standard system, we must use the Roman numerals to indicate charge. But if we're using the old system, and we're indicating the greater charge, then we use ic. So we use the ending ic on the Latin root word, which is cupric. Another example, if we were looking at lead. This is one of my favorite elements just because of the Latin name. The Latin name of lead is plumbum, which is just a funny name. And we're going to be looking using the root, which is Plumb. So if we have lead +2, or if we have lead +4, with Roman numerals in the standard system, this would be lead 2, the Roman numeral 2 to indicate the +2, or lead 4, Roman numeral 4 to indicate the +4 charge. And again, we're going to identify which one is the greater charge and which one has the lesser charge. So +2 is the lesser charge. So in this case, oh my goodness. No, that's correct. Sorry. Yeah, so +2 is going to be plum, and then it's going to be us because of the lesser charge. And then for +4, this is the greater charge. We're going to have plum bic. And then, of course, all of these could be paired with a negative polyatomic ion or a nonmetal ion. So as an example, you might see, I'm going to do this example over here, actually. So erase my mess. Okay, so for this example, if we had CuI, if we were naming this in the standard system, we would first have to figure out the charge on copper. We know that iodine has a -1 charge, so there's only one copper atom for every one iodide atom, so the charge on copper is a +1. So +1 on copper means that we're going to use cuprous if we're looking at the Latin system. So we would have cuprous iodide. This is the old system. But if we were looking at the standard system, we would then have copper, the name of the transition metal. It's Roman numeral 1 for the indicating the charge. And then, of course, the name of the nonmetal with its IDE ending. And there you are. That is a little bit of a review of transition metals and naming ionic compounds. But then we also went into detail to discuss naming with the old system using Latin-based terms and indicating charge where the greater charge gets the ic ending and the lesser charge gets the us ending.